this soil is just like a good, well-draining potting mix that's good for succulents because it has all this, you see all the perlite in there, and it also has probably a little bit of sand, but a good amount of nutrient-dense, you know, fertilizing goodies for your plants. So I usually start by just smoothing it all out, and then I figure out where my plants are going to go. So for this theme, I'm going to do a flagstone patio in a garden that's just like a relaxing, like Zen garden. One thing you can do with your soil in your pot, if you have a small dish like this one, is you can mound it up and have like a hilly area and then a low area. You could create like a place where water would flow. You can do all sorts of stuff just starting by sculpting the actual soil itself. And I sometimes do that, but for this one I think I'm just going to do a mostly flat garden with a patio here, plants and accoutrements over here. So this purple plant, and these are beautiful. I love the color on this one. These grow with very little water. Once you get your garden home, you're only going to need to water it about once a week. Sometimes if you go away for 2 weeks or 3 weeks, you can come home. It might look a little dry, but if you just give it some water, it perks right up. And then I'm also going to use this plant, which I think is related to a jade plant, isn't it, Janice?
Yeah, it is.
Some kind of a jade plant, which I'm not sure if that's a sedum or an echeveria. But all these plants we're using have the same water and light requirements. This plant can get huge, right? They won't do that right away, so you'll have your little sculptural garden for a good year, year and a half before you need to rearrange
They're
things.
overtaken by the...
Yeah, before it's overtook by plants. So I'll put this guy over here. It's kind of a nice bright color just to brighten up this dark corner over here. And then the main technique that I think you both asked me about is how, you know, working with miniatures and plants together, what's the trick? The trick is to just press down like around the plants to really firm up the foundation of your garden. And that way, whatever elements that you put in there, it won't be as easy for them to get jostled around. So for example, I'm going to put my flagstone patio over here. I don't want the flagstones to move around too much, so I'm really firming down the soil first to get a nice foundation. And then I'm going to put down a little bit of sand, partly to hide the color of the soil, but also to give it a little more of a place to set the paving stones into. And then, then for this spot over here, I think I'm going to make a little pond because I got a little duck and a littler duck. They need a pond. So for ponds and water features, I usually go down a little bit so that it ends up being level with the ground. So I'm kind of like making an indentation in the soil and start with the watercolor. And then maybe line it with some rocks. Water. And we also have green that makes nice water too. Green over there. And I think we have white. Is there white glass over there? Can you please pass me the white one? I like to use all the shades of water available. There we go. So now we have a pond. And now I'm going to set my flagstone patio down. And with flagstone, you kind of just want to puzzle it together. And you don't want them to be too symmetrical. Alright, that fits just right. Push them down in there really well. And then maybe add a little bit of sand in between. Oops, 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 oops. Okay, and now I think I'm going to add a little, excuse me, sorry America, sorry. So this stuff is nice because it looks like grass. And since we're all in a drought, we all miss grass. Right? Look at that, that's cute. So then you just press these into place. And the thing that's nice is once they see how they tend to pop up a little, you kind of have to fudge it around. And then if you have a piece that's like this, that's a circle, and you want to put it here, you kind of just split right into the middle of it, and then just tuck it around and underneath.
Will that stay green because it gets watered?
They do fade. This product fades after a while, and it's not really alive. So
okay.
It doesn't, and if you have it in direct sun, it fades faster. So if you have it in a semi-shady spot, it'll stay green longer. But you can see it. I use it a lot. It fades over time. But it does take a while for it to fade.
Can you spray paint it green?
I think so. There's green, grass
paint.
Grass paint. You could probably spritz it with some of that. Okay, so now I think I might add another hardscape element because you see how between the flagstones there's still like a huge gap. So this will help fill it out so it's not so unfinished looking. And it also kind of looks like DG or something. And so you just want it in the parts in between and around and not on top. So you kind of have to be a little bit meticulous. Okay. Trying to go fast so you guys can get started with your project. So just go around. I'll fix that better while you guys are working. So then I'm just going to decorate my garden. Put a tent over here on the grass. And then hang outside with your dog. Erg! There it is. You just open it. How do you open this thing? You just do. And it comes with a little flag. Oh my god, that's so cute. So doghouse has a flag. So he could be maybe he'll go over here. And the tent can be over here. So everyone gets a little hut to hang out in. And then we'll decorate with some other boulders over here. Just to help hold the grass down and cover up the dirt. And chaise lounge on the patio. There's a little table for your glass of wine. And some snacks. So frosty cold beverages in that one. Fried chicken and all sorts of goodies in that one. And the good thing about little toys like this pink flamingo-y one It will also help hold down. See how the grass still wants to pop up? It'll help hold it down, which is always very convenient. And then we got our little puppy dog. He's gonna sit by his house. Bag for the fried chicken. And some cute little ducks swimming in the pond. Yay! Like little dangly birdhouses. Those are super cute. Have a few of those. I'll take the tags off. And then you always finish your magical fairy garden with magical fairy dust. And I got pink today for a change. Usually I go with basic white, but since the house is pink, I wanted to give it a little extra sparkle. So that's basically how you do it. Any questions? So now if I was going to tweak this,